And the K-16 was torpedoed, as far as we know now, on Christmas morning, 1941.
Yeah.
And she was up on the water, and we still actually don't know precisely why that was. And we were hoping that relatives of I-66 could tell us about it, but also you are the enemy at that moment, and it's so strange. And afterwards, I mean, after so many years, I think it's good to be able to talk about that.
The history of a human being is the history of war, or history of a killing. So I said, why we have to keep killing, you know? Then I thought of the 36 people my father killed. Then I shared my feeling with my wife, and my wife said, why don't we visit the memorial, you know? So I said, yeah, I think that's a wonderful idea.
One day we got a phone call from the Navy in Den Helder, and they said there's a Japanese family and they're here in Den Helder and they're bringing flowers to the monument to honor your father's boat. So I said, I want to meet these people, and my son tried to find out your father's email address and through Google and found him. So I wrote him an email and said, please come, I want to meet you.
I opened up an email, and there was an email from Katja waiting. And same way, just like a commander was a little concerned, I had the concern, gee, my father killed this lady's father. Is it proper for me to go or not, you know?
It's quite suddenly that you were confronted with...
Right, but I saw her email address and the phone number, mobile phone number, fax number, mailing address. I felt her eagerness, you know. So I said, okay, well, let's call. And I called, and next day she invited us to her home, and so that's the beginning. Yes.
Right from the moment that I saw them at the station, it felt very good.
So
very
you
good.
weren't worried, or
of course not. No, of course not. No.
When I saw Katja at the railway station, she was waiting for us. I felt something.
Can you explain that?
It's very difficult, but here's a lady who has been missing her father 60-some years, you know, because I have been missing my father almost 60 years. And it's a camaraderie or a companionship, you know. I could identify with her feeling and the emotions instantly. No word was needed. Then we arrived at her house, and she invited us into the home, and her husband Ben was so courteous, and instantly we felt welcome.
And then they came into our house and they saw my parents' pictures on the piano, and they said, "Are those your parents?" I said, "Yes." And they started praying, your parents.
And there was a picture of Katja's father. And his wife's picture, and Katja's picture, baby, small picture. I don't know, but some emotion came to me. We just prayed, you know.
And you prayed together?
Yeah.
That's special. But you prayed together with Katja as, you prayed for both your fathers.
It was a very touching moment. And they had photographs, and they had their stories and everything, and it just felt as if we had been friends for years. It was very strange, but very beautiful too. I'm so glad they came.
How did you find out about Commander Keen?
Well, your father, when he
Yeah.
was at our place, he
Yeah.
said, and there's someone I want to meet, and that's the command. No, actually, he said, I want to meet relatives of the Telemachus, of the people of that crew. And he never dared to dream that Commander King would be alive.
Yeah.
And so that was really the magic of it all, that Commander King, out of so many people who died, some so young, some older, but that he's still there, and that he can share all the stories and all the memories and all the the feelings, and I think it's a very historical moment. The former three enemies being together.